Hi there. In this video, I would like to show how to use SPSS and then doing some basic analysis we learned in the past modules, like basic frequency distributions, how you're gonna make table and then graphs, more basically how you're gonna set up SPSS even before you do actual analysis. And then now it automatically try to opens up the SPSS, right? So I'm gonna close this out because we're not we are going to directly click the data set, okay, over yep, over here, right? Double click the file, SPSS file, so that you can directly open up the file, okay? Okay, just whatever you see the message, okay? So you would see this way, right? Okay, this is the output file. This is a kind of whiteboard type of file you see is an output file that you are going to have your table and graph and whatever here in this space, and then this is a data file of SPSS. SPSS will automatically gives you two files opened. One is data file and the other one is output file. Okay, output file will record whatever you do. You open the file here, right? And then it shows you where that file is saved, and then you now open it up, right? And then now you do the analysis anything here on the data file, and then this file will show you the results, right? Here then, on the data file, this is the variable view. I also expect that you have some experiences with SPSS when you took this 1101 introduction research course, right? It's kind of reminder for you. I explain basic things here once again because it's a long time ago, so you need to refresh your mind. So here then, SPSS basically gives you two modes. Here, data view and then variable view. Okay. So here you have variable view. So what kind of variables you have in this data set, data file. So like this way, names of variables, right? Age, education, employee, and then we'll go over what this employee actually means. But anyway, this is a name and title of the variables. And then there are a couple of columns that we can focus on for some purposes, and then we can use them. I'll go over there too. Now, in the data view, is kind of spreadsheet type of settings there. So it's a kind of big table. So on top row, you would see the variables title and names are here. And then now these are responses of people, right? Look at this. ID number 1, persons, respondents, subject number 1, age is 41, education level 3, employee 17, all numbers, right? Default 0 and 1, we don't know what that is yet. But anyway, all numbers. Look at this. Think about the variables and then levels of measurement in module number 1. We discussed nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio variables, and then levels of measurement. Look at this then. Why that matters? Why those levels actually matter here? Because these are all numbers. So education level, we don't know what this 1 or 2 or 3 means in this variable. But it is very clear 1, 2, 3 are different. Nominal feature. Default 0 and 1 only. Here, look at this, 0 and 1 only. Nominal nature. So all these different numbers based on differences. So every single variable at least nominal, right? Nominal nature included. If you can keep asking the question, now can I order these numbers meaningfully? Like here, even 1 to 3, can I think of 1 is lower than 3? Rank order, right? If that makes sense, then you can say, oh, it's ordinal now, then, like that. Here, default variable here, 0 and 1 only. Can I say 1 is greater than 0 there or not? Or not means what? Only differentiating. 1 is like males and females. Like here, default is 1 is yes and 0 is no, like that, right? If then 1 does not mean is greater than 0. No. Is it sooner, quicker than 0? No. It's not rank order then. Then it's now only nominal variable, right? So that is a reason here in the dataset in statistics, you have all numbers, and then you have to consider then, is it ordinal? Can I sequentially order meaningful way or not? If yes, then is it interval? Like here, difference between 1 and 2, the same right? The same as that of the difference between 2 and 3. Can we say so? It is now not anymore ordinal. It's now already interval like that. Okay, so that is the reason we learned that levels of measurement, and then these are all numbers, right? Yeah. Now going back to the variable view, you would see here those variables here, and then as we thought about age and then education relatively clear, although we still need to see what is going on. Now, employee, what is that? Here, look at this, years with current employer. Years. It is not, are you employed or not, right? It's not yes or no. It is years with current employer. So 1 year, 5 years, like 10 years with this current employer. So it's not what kind of variable like that. It's a ratio, because 0 is absolute concept. 0 does make sense in this variable, right? 0 means there never worked in that company, or it's less than a year, right? So it is making sense. So it is now ratio like this, okay? And then address here in this variable also is not physical address, it's a years at current address. Still is some numeric variable, right? This label, right? Although we have some variable names like this, it can imply somehow, but you have to clarify what that variable would mean in label. This label column will not be used in any kind of analysis meaningfully. Okay? Just explanation. This income is household income in thousands of dollars. Okay, so you just look at in detail what kind of variables included. Now, here education is level of education. So, level of education? So, if you are curious, because in the data view, you see 1, 2, or 3, and 4 here. Look at this 4, right? Education 4 is there. So we don't know what these numbers should mean. Is it just freshman, sophomore, like that? Or what, right? Here, you see under values column, you just click this values part, and then you see this blue square type of button activated. You click that one, new window pops up, shows what those numbers mean, right, in this variable. So 1 means did not complete high school. 2 means high school degree. 3, some colleges like that. Look, can we rank order this one? Like 5 is greater than 1? Yeah. Education level wise, 5, post-undergraduate degree. So it is graduate degree then. It's greater than 1 in terms of the education level. So it is ordinal. Now, this 1 and 2, difference between 1 and 2 is the same, right? Same as the difference between 3 and 4? It's unclear, right? So we don't know what exactly mean for some person here did not complete high school. Is it 8 years of education or 11 years of education? When they drop off the school and then now did not complete a high school degree. We don't know about this. We do know though, this person didn't complete. So it is now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is not interval, equally spaced interval. We cannot assume that one easily. Even some college does mean 1 year of college education, 3 years of college education, right? Some college means no or BA or MA, I mean, BA or BS, bachelor's degree. So we don't know with this information only, some college would mean what exactly. We don't know. We do know though, is some sort of college education this person actually completed, but not full degree. So such and such, we cannot say this one is interval. So it is now ordinal, this one, right? This variable is ordinal. We check this one and then come, and then now all of these, and then check all those here in the measures. Look, age, what kind of variable is age? It's ratio, because 0 means absolute value of 0 there. This person is not yet born, for example, or it's less than a year in terms of the age. See, this absolute value of 0 makes sense there. Then it's a ratio variable. So then now you try to set up correctly on the characteristics of that levels of measurement. And then now you see only 3 options. Luckily, in SPSS, it does not require us to go either interval or ratio correctly or accurately, right? So it is a scale. So it is interval and then ratio variable. Together it is scale variable on SPSS, which is simpler for us. So we need to be clear about only nominal, ordinal, and then interval ratio together, scale variable in SPSS. Okay, then it's accurate setup of the variables. Look at this, education is already set up as an ordinal variable as we thought about. Good, you don't need to change it. Now think about employee. Again, years with current employers is obviously scale variable, right? Scale variable, change it to scale. Now, years at current address, scale variable. And then income, household income, obviously scale variable, right? It's more than ordinal because it's going to be number. Debt income ratio, obviously ratio is a scale variable in SPSS, more than ordinal. Credit card debt in thousands, obviously scale. So keep changing onto the correct and accurate characteristics of each variable. Here, other than in thousands, still scale, right? And then, look at this, default. We thought about it in the data view. Previously defaulted, look at this, what is that meaning of 0 and 1 number you've seen. 0 means no, 1 means yes. So, oh, okay, yes or no question, only nominal, right? It's not ordinal because we cannot think of 1 here is greater than or faster than or whatsoever we can rank order. 0 and 1 is just identifying yes or no, right? Like gender, like ethnicity, just identifying. And then it's nominal variable. And then here, this set of variables and levels of measurement is actually correct and then accurate setup, right? And then you just now click this, save this document currently, and then get ready for the next analysis, okay? Okay, click that save button. And then I'll come back in the next video because it's going to be a little bit long.